Hello, hello. Well, you guys asked for it, so I'm giving you part 3. But I have to give a little disclaimer. I've got to get my mic over here too. So it is Saturday morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Fortune Cookies, your ultimate destination for celebrity tarot readings and controlled remote viewing now. I'm Annabelle, tarot practitioner for over 35 years. And in this video, we're going to take a mystical journey into the lives of your favorite stars and royalty and celebrity and whatnot. But please remember that all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only. They reflect my own personal opinion. They are psychic readings, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. Do your own research. During the month of September and October, I am doing a special for all private readings. You get 10% off on any private reading or party. You can schedule down in the link or through my website, fortunecookiestarot.com. To continue exploring these stars and cards with me, please like, share, and subscribe. And thanks so much for being here. This is so exciting, especially all the new Northeast subs. You guys are amazing. You're all so nice. Like, I have really nice subs too, but you guys are like super, super nice. So everybody's so complimentary and great, and it's really terrific. And I can't wait for you guys to see some more lives that I do and all kinds of cool stuff. Oh, there's a fly in here. This fly's been menacing me for days. So I have good news and I have bad news. So I did a second reading, or I'm sorry, a second CRV, but this is a third video that I'm doing for you. And I tried to zero in on the first child. So since I got that, I focused on that baby in the Christmas video or Christmas card, I decided to zero in on the child that was in the Christmas card, the male child that was in there. I don't know if it's the right kid. So, when I do the sessions and I need to zero in on a particular person, and if you go to the Dick Sutphin meditation that you can get on Audible, you'll see he has you actually connect with a particular person. So I tried to connect with that child thinking that maybe I was doing the right thing. So I got some very interesting things here, and I'll read you from my notes. First impression from my session was that there's a great deal of blockage between me and my target. It did not feel like the same kind of vibe as that female child. I wrote my notes here. I think it may have been a huge mistake. Don't worry, we're going to go over to cards too. So I'm not going to make you wait for a second video. We'll do the cards too. So I don't think that this is their official child. I think that perhaps this is an actor or a borrowed child that I focused in on. Impressions that I was given, of course, this child's going to be a little bit older than in the Christmas card, a very dark auburn haired child. So it's dark hair that has a great deal of rich red in there, like a really beautiful color. I grew up with this girl, Mary Kay, who had the most gorgeous hair, and it was almost that color. It was this really amazing auburn color. So he was at a table eating some kind of cold cereal or muesli. So there was definitely some milk in there. I don't know if it was coconut milk or oat milk or whatever, but it was definitely a cold cereal. I did the reading at about 1:30 my time, New York time. So even if this was in in Europe, which I kind of got the sense that it may have been. It would have been a little bit later in the day. It was not a super bright day. I did not go through all of the weather systems to see if there was some kind of action like that over there. But I'm gonna say it felt a little bit Swissy, felt a little Swiss. I'm just saying. Um, so he was eating some kind of cold cereal. I don't know if it was morning. He was certainly dressed and clean and ready for the day. It wasn't like this was a kid that was still in his pajamas. The windows in the room, it was a triangle shaped window. So if I'm at the table here, we're looking out at a triangle shaped window, but it's huge. It's a vaulted ceiling. It's a big great room. If I were in the kitchen, it is a kitchen with an island, a very, very large island. The child is sitting at that facing me in the kitchen. I'm facing out toward the window here. There's a large deck outside of the window that is a very, very dark brown heavy wood deck. We're talking big square pillars that this is built up on, and it's way up over a very rocky surface and an incline. I can see out there's mountains this way. That's, basically what I'm looking at. I think I'm looking like northwest. I think that's the direction that these windows are pointed. Um, but the deck is huge, huge, and there's nothing out on it. It is just a large deck. It looks like it's buttoned up for the coming season. It doesn't look like this is something that they would use in the colder months. They would use it more so in the summer months to go out there. There's a door over here, and it's just like a regular people door. It's just like a regular door that you turn. I got a sense that there was a Dutch door there, that you could open the top part and keep the bottom part closed. So that being said, the room was had some very dark wood on the floor, matching that wood that's outside on the deck. Couches were like a cream colored and very comfortable. This is a home that's lived in. It's very different from the other home that presented that was kind of like a rental. This is a home that is utilized year round. It's not a vacation home. It's not like a ski chalet that they're there part of the time. These are people that are actually in the house all of the time. So where was I? There's bar stools on the other side, but there's no back. They're just bar stools. I didn't get the sense that they swiveled. I thought that they were very stiff. I actually have some bar stools over here that'll be going in my new office that were very, very similar. It was almost like a saddle, with like a little bit of cushion on them, not much. The air presented as very cold, so it felt very chilly. Not chilly enough to be bundled up in sweaters, but maybe chilly enough to have like a t-shirt or long sleeve shirt on with maybe throwing a sweatshirt, like a zippy sweatshirt. That definitely felt colder and dry. It was definitely dry. Air also felt very thin. So I do feel that this is at an altitude and higher up. The rocks that were in the area felt exceptionally cold. So there is some temperature change that's going in the direction of cold, 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 cold. A number of houses around on the hillsides as well. Houses are varying sizes, but they all are kind of the same, like kind of built into the incline. They have, pillars that are there, maybe tucked in. And I did feel like most of them had that alpine roofing approach. I have an alpine roof on my house too, so I like it. Not that I live in some crazy, ski area. It felt very much that there was skiing nearby, but this wasn't like an exclusively skiing community. So I didn't venture into any of the rooms off the great room because I was trying to get into this kid, and I just couldn't do it. It just was not working. So one of the things when with the Lori Williams practice is you create something called ideograms, and they are little drawings that you do that represent different elements: land, water. You can create ideograms for temperatures, those sorts of things. What I think I have a new ideogram now. I think I have something that is representing an island because I did get it. It's almost like a little plateau. With the last reading, I got this little plateau, and I think that that represents island. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on my own. See, we're always still learning with all of our psychic skills. I never stop studying anything. There's always more information that you can get. There's always more things that you can learn. It's one of the reasons why I like being friends with psychics because we share information and we talk about different techniques that we have. Also, my students that I teach, they come to the table with some really cool ideas too. So, and cool experiences. So it's always nice to tap into that. We all learn differently. We all live differently. We all psychic differently too. So this weird ideogram that I got was similar to the island ideogram from the last, but it had much sharper edges, which my ideogram for man-made is a right angle. So I do think that this island that I was perceiving was this house up on stilts and that it was peaked and man-made. There were a lot of hard angles on it, like I said earlier. So that was kind of cool. So let me go through my notes. I talked about the small dog. I did sense a small dog that was white-haired and very wiry, kind of like a West Highland White, that kind of a dog. It may have been a creamier color of fur. It might not be exactly a West Highland White, but there was a cool little dog that was there. Totally like little fun little spirit. Looks like the fool's dog. And I got the name Petey. So I don't know if the dog's name was Petey or if this kid's name was Petey. So we're going through. The kid, I just could not connect and zero in. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes it doesn't work perfectly. But I did zero in on the caretakers. So I got that there was a caretaker, a female caretaker there with very, very silvery blonde hair. Now, those of you that follow me, have been following me for some time. I have two sisters. I have one that got gorgeous blonde hair and green eyes, and I got another one that got curly hair. And like, I got straight brown hair. I'm not the redheaded stepchild, but I'm the crappy straight haired, brown haired girl. So it takes a lot to make my hair just do this. So I was very jealous of my sister's hair. But this woman had very, very silvery blonde hair, and it's natural. It's not something that she's working at. She's not paying for it. So I have had the occasion to be blonde on a couple times. Doesn't work out for me. It just beats the hell out of my hair. But she was very slim. But she was athletic. She did feel like she had some really nice muscle tone. Biologically, physiologically, very, very in tune, very healthy. There's a very, very healthy approach here. Possibly mid-30s, as young as late 20s. And I got the sense that she was either Swiss or English or combination of both. So definitely speaks several languages, or at least two. English with a Dutch or German accent. I felt more Dutch to me. Just didn't feel German. It just didn't have that German vibe. But then again, German does have a number of different accents depending on where you are from. So, but I felt that the child spoke Dutch. I felt that the child was Dutch speaking and did not speak very much English. So there's also a male in the household who is a hottie McGotty, has the same kind of hair as this child. Very thick, very dark, very rich, a very healthy head of hair. This guy has like 10% body fat. He's extraordinarily healthy, very, very athletic. I'm getting the sense that he is some kind of a teacher, very, very highly educated. And he's definitely some kind of skier. I believe that the female caretaker is too. I am somewhat convinced that these are the biological parents, or one is a biological parent of this child. I got zero sense of H&M having anything to do with this. I even tried to tap back into the current situation when that photograph was taken. Getting nil on this. So let's go over to some cards. Let's take a look and see what we get. I hope you guys aren't too disappointed. We can keep doing this. We can keep trying to find some cool stuff. And we are going to continue with the Curious Creatures Tarot. I just want to watch my time. I don't want to make this video an hour long for you guys. She'll be watching it on Sunday. Today is, I'm doing this on 9/23. This was the day we were supposed to have all kinds of crazy stuff happen in planetarily. So the only thing I know that's happening is my girlfriend's Bridget's birthday, and she's having an open house. I got to run over there. My son had a competition that I was supposed to be at, but that got canceled due to the insane weather we're having from this tropical storm off the coast. For my new subs, I'm in the tri-state area, New Jersey specifically. And we do all have an accent. We have a horrible accent. All right, so did I get this completely wrong? 5 of Wands. My skills were not connecting. 6 of Pentacles. The universe was not giving up. It was not giving up. So yeah, I think I zeroed in on the wrong dude here. Oh, and so for my new subs, I want to explain what this is all about. So my favorite California psychic, Alicia Wicker, she has a YouTube channel on here. If you're not subscribed to her, go subscribe to her because she's super awesome and I love her. She also sells crystals on her site, aliciawicker.com. And in controlled remote viewing, we use our pen to draw the ideograms and to make our notes, and we can touch the ideogram with the pen to get more information. Alicia was selling these amazing wands on her website, and I said, gee, I like this one. Just screamed to me when she did a little promo on YouTube, and I said, oh, I have to get that. And I ordered it and I got it, and I said, I wonder if I could get more information from the cards by touching it, and lo and behold, I can get more information from the cards by touching. So I do use it. Alicia does it too now. So again, you know, you could be reading cards for 30 years and develop a new technique or develop a new style. I do really like this. Is it necessary? No, it's not necessary, but I do like it. And when we dual tarot, we can have little dueling matches on the screen, so it's really fun. And some people had asked about dueling tarot. We are going to go back to it eventually. Just have some other stuff that we have to attend to logistically. It's a little tricky for us to get together, but I know you're all interested, so we'll do it. It's really fun. We have some different ideas about certain things, royal family, certain individuals. So it's pretty fun. It's nice to go back and forth with her. We're not judgmental. We're not jerks. So, it's really fun, and we laugh a lot. We do voices for Harry and Meghan too, which are a riot. So my skills were not tuned in, I think, because I was pointed in the wrong direction. So Page of Swords here is upright, but my Page of Wands is in reverse. So it looks like I was pointed in a direction, but it may not have been the correct direction. So 7 of Pentacles, as I said, when I was going through the session, I did think that I was on the wrong path. Heart of the matter, let's take a look at that. Well, that's upside down. Here, let me do that again. I don't know what I'm doing today. Queen of Swords. Yep, I was letting some things get in the way. So one of the things with controlled remote viewing too, we do what's called a set aside process. So sometimes you will have an idea. So like if I'm going to do a reading on Catherine, Princess of Wales, I'm quite fond of her. I am going to step to that reading with a positive kind of spin on it. If I'm like, oh, I want to know that everyone around her loved her, I may step into a reading and have that preconditioned set that everyone's going to have a great time. So therefore, when I go into the actual reading, I won't pick up. I'll be attracted to all of the people that are having a positive experience with her and not attracted to people that are having a negative experience. So it's really important to kind of set that aside. And I actually say it out loud. For now, I'm going to set aside that everybody loves Catherine. Like, everybody may not love Catherine. So, it's really important to do that. So I failed to set aside the issue that I may have been on to the wrong kid. So, under the surface, Hermit, I let too many things muddle up that reading. So let's take a look at this, and I hope you're all still with me and you're not disappointed. So let's see if that is an actor. Let's ask, was that an actor? Was that the kid that was hired for this? Was that the kid that was hired for the Christmas card? We'll do 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes that was an actor. 5 of Pentacles is on the outside of the situation, but still working together. This is one of my favorite cards when I teach it in my course, because the representatives in the Rider-Waite card there's 2 people. They're outside of what looks like a church. The pentacles are in the stained glass of the window, and they actually represent the mendicants, which were a sect of Christianity that gave up all of their worldly goods to become more spiritual and closer to God. So it can be the orphan card. It can be the cast out card. It can be that we're SOL, out of luck, out of luck, if you don't know what that is. So this is that they were out of luck on this, and they did need to tap into the community, which the Hierophant card, I get it for government, parliament, Washington, D.C., Hollywood in some senses. They had to tap into some greater party to get this kid in action. And here, King of Wands, we just didn't have it. So what is the deal with this? Why are we hiring children? Why are we hiding them away? Like, what is the deal with this? So, and I've done a reading on this privately. Are they hiring children in these pictures to conceal the actual children and have the big reveal later? Is that why we're doing this? Devil showed up. Knight of Cups. Knight of Swords. King of Swords. Holy moly. 9 of Pentacles. There's a lot of folks involved in this. 6 of Swords. Patience underneath. So we've got the devil. The devil shows up. He always shows up, doesn't he? The Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Swords, and the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles, again, one of my favorite cards in the Rider-Waite, because it represents the kept woman, being protected and being put behind the wall with all of this good stuff so that you can benefit from it, but you do have to give up some level of freedom for it. The interesting thing in the Rider-Waite card is that she also has a falcon who is hooded. In this deck, the Curious Creatures deck, this is a falcon, but he is not hooded. So he is still free to go and still has some agency over him. So with different decks, I do read a little bit of a different flavor to this. But it looks as though this was to create the image of the devil throws everything off. The devil makes everything a little bit nefarious and manipulative. So the devil makes this Knight of Cups. I'm going to create the illusion of sweetness and charmingness and that I am doing good things. So this is our photo here. The Knight of Swords is getting the message out there. We are a family. And then this King of Swords is telling the tale to create security. So, oh, I'm sorry, security. So, and the Six of Swords is the dominant energy here, the overt energy, and this is our covert energy. So the Six of Swords is running away, protection. We need protection. So this is the whole story that we're creating here. The subterfuge, which is one of my favorite words, dealing with these two. The subterfuge is we're going to keep mixing things up. This is a body double situation. So we're going to hire different children that look differently. Face recognition software is not going to register that these children are the same. They're going to have a lot of trouble tracking them and finding them. That is the real deal here. They're trying to conceal the original, the authentic identities of their kids, which is, I mean, I get it. It's, one of the things here in the United States, we don't have to block out the kids' faces, but I lived in Los Angeles and celebrities walk around with their kids all day long. You see them on the streets. People just tend not to get too in their faces. So, that being said, what is the plan for the big reveal for these kids? What is the plan? What is the plan? So intuitively right now, before I start pulling these, I am getting that Harry is at war with the presentation of these children. He just does not want them out in front of people. So this whole, moving the one to the safe house, having this other one who is likely an actor brought in to represent. I think that's why they're not showing the faces in the pictures, is because they know that the face recognition technology is going to cause some issues with that. I'd be curious to see. And the one picture that we have, or the two pictures, the year birthday of Lily and the one at the, I guess it was the 4th of July parade. She's from the side in that one. We have no face, no front picture. So we can't compare those. So I think that that's done purposely. I think that the older child, the male child, I think we have the same situation. We really don't have any pictures from the same angle. I think they're all different angles. I'll have to look that up and see. So what is the game plan for the big reveal? When are we going to get this big reveal? Strength, patience. Again, there's the devil card. I did shuffle them, boys and girls. 8 of Pentacles, High Priestess. She's waiting until the time is right. I did say she. She is waiting until the time is right. She's keeping them under wraps because she thinks that it's going to create this curiosity and nostalgia. Like everyone's going to want to see them. We're just not going to see pictures of the real kids for any time, any soon. Like, I know that was like really poor grammar. But again, this she knows people want to see them. There's a level of curiosity there. The concealment is 100% happening. I honestly, I don't think that we have, I think that baby girl was in the Christmas card. I think that's a legit baby, but I question the parenting or parentage. I don't know if we've seen Archie. I'll have to do another reading on it because I don't want to go too long on this. I don't want you guys hanging out too long. But this is locked up. We're not going to see that. She's holding off until she feels the time is right, until it is most beneficial with this 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Most beneficial. She's waiting for the time to be right. And she thinks the longer she waits, the more curious people are going to be. Are we going to get that? Are we going to get more curious the longer we wait? 9 of Cups. That is going to be It's going to be a moneymaker for her, but not a huge moneymaker. We've got the Nine of Cups, which is a wish card, Knight of Pentacles, and then the King of Pentacles. It's not going to be the end all be all. She's not going to get that $1 million spread that Brad and Angelina got for their first child. It's just not going to be what she wants it to be. So it's awkward, awkward. So. And this is Home of the Sloppy Shuffle, which I just did. Flipping cards over left and right. Let's do a little Lenormand. Let's do a little Lenormand. Check in on the mother. And this kind of rings true. Like, I really have always had trouble zeroing in on these kids. I think that the first baby that we saw, the first press release, I think that was a doll. I think it was a doll. And I think they decried it as, like, you know, or said it was for security purposes. Let's check in on Megan, see how she's feeling about these children right now. Clover. Heart. Garden. Tower. Security there again. Moving on. So we got Clover, Heart, Garden, Tower, Ship. Clover is luck. She's banking on the luck of the accident of birth, and these kids being Diana's grandchildren. She's banking on that being lucky and endearing the hearts of the general public here. The Garden card, which is the greater public society, keeping them protected is going to improve the future. Again, here, dominant energy, banking on the altruism, the kindness of people that are fans of the royal family, and that everyone will see through all of this craziness to accept them as part of that legacy. So she's really banking on that. That's part of the reason why she's keeping them under wraps. Is this going to work? We'll pull some from the middle. We got the key. Inspiration unlocks the door, but we did get the mountain and clouds. So I think she's got a lot to contend with. She's trying to keep these kids under wraps so that they're not marred by the reputation that she's plowing ahead. It's just not going to work. And there's the child. And what's going to happen? Oh, child on the side. That's, you know, separating the... Oh, well, and then we got the fox. So is she separating the children from the reputation because it is poor? Is this done to save the children? Save the children! Let's go to the pendulum. Are they hiding the children to protect them from their own negative reputation? We're circling. And I'm getting like a maybe. It's like a maybe. Are they hiding the children to monetize them later? Are they hiding the children to monetize them later? And again, we're getting a maybe. We're getting a maybe. So this kind of works with everything that I've always said about these kids. I just can't tap into them. I know there are other readers that tap into them quite readily. I do not. There's something amiss here. There's definitely something that doesn't make sense to me, something that is off. So let me know what you think about this. I hit it out of the park with the CRV the other day, and this was a little bit wogglier. So we'll have to keep doing this. We'll have to keep checking it out. So I think maybe tapping into where Harry and Meghan are, what's going on with them, may be our next remote view. So didn't think my channel was going to turn into this. So for those of you that have inspired it and asked for it, thank you so much. And comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. It was, I think this was a swing and a miss, but I'm usually pretty good. So, all right. Have a great day, guys. I'll